The next game is called F.E.A.S.T, where we create a gigantic machine to build food to feed Zeus, because he's very hungry. So if you like automation and food production, we're going to build a big machine to feed the gods, chat. We're going to build a big machine to feed God. We must enfatten God. There might be others, too. Oh, it's a little bit quiet. Let me see if I can up the volume. Zeus demands food. Now. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're going to do options. I'm going to go back into audio. We'll turn that back up. It was loud in the menu. That seems good. So how do we do this? He wants 50 pizzas. Logic station, splitter, underground belt, transport belt. Agriculture station. We need pizza. What kind of pizza does he want? Pizza marinara. He just wants pizza dough and tomato sauce. So we just need soil. Let's start making fertilized soil over here. Right? And then we can do an auto seeder. Okay. Okay. That works. We'll put it like there. Oh, we're gonna have to bake the pizzas too. Oh shit. We're gonna bake the pizza. And then I wonder how many of these can I have 1 go to 3? I feel like it should be 1 to 1. I feel like that should be 1 to 1, right? Yeah. Make 1 there, we'll make 1 there. It doesn't look like I have a resource cost. A cheese maker. A bread maker. I gotta make pizza dough. Does that make bread? Or pizza dough as well? A cloner. Just generates livestock. Collect and output the harvested ingredients. Oh no. Oh dear God. Okay, so I have to make a harvester this way and a seeder that way. So that this will produce tomatoes. We have to clean the ingredients as well. Or mince them. The nightmare is absolutely real. Okay, let's think about this. We don't have to stir fry. We do have to make dough. So maybe I'll make another seed machine. We have to assemble. I'll have to take the assembler so we can assemble the pizza dough and the marinara, right? Is there a currency? There doesn't appear to be right now. We can delete that. I'm just gonna make 1 of these right now. Get rid of that. I want to do more fertilized soil. There we go. And we can make this one be wheat, and this one be tomato. Oh, we can just do that. Nice! Okay, that's super useful. But how do I choose what kind of food that it goes into? And we'll do an assembler. Like this. Extract liquid from ingredient. Would we extract liquid from a tomato to make that be a thing? I don't know if we would. Mince it? I feel like that is a mincing thing, right? Okay. Shoot out seeds to empty soil. How do we choose the seed? Create blueprint, hold? No, we don't want to do that. I'm not quite sure how to choose what seed it's going to be. It's more of a crush thing. It probably is a crush thing. Auto feeder, cloner. I feel like we have to clean the ingredients, right? Like that seems correct, is we'll clean the tomato, so we'll clean it. Move that. I just get rid of it. And then maybe mince it? Grind it? Play the tutorial, you goblin? I'm trying to figure it out first. It's more interesting this way for me. We could turn that into bread. That'll be wheat. Oh, we could just turn wheat directly into bread. Bread maker. So that'll harvest it that way. Collect and output harvested ingredients. Status dirty and raw. Okay, so we do actually have to clean it. Dirty. No, this is making sense, and I like this, man. Bread maker. I'll have to make this into a blueprint and then move it. Go like this. And we can just place it, right? I actually really like that. I think that's pretty cool. So we'll grab it like this. There we go. That's a nice feature for that. Look at this. That's actually really, really awesome feeling. Place it all back here, and then I can just get rid of this. And now we have enough space. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. There's our bread maker. This one we will mince. And then here, transport belt. Looks like there's water on that side. Interesting. It might be that we actually have to generate something on the side for the water. What I'll probably do is do a combiner, because we'll have pizza and then maybe marinara from that side. Because it'll chop it. We'll see what happens. I want to see if we can even generate the first thing. What is that? It's just like a big flower out here. Look at this. Look how much space there is. This is deeply horrifying to see how much space there is, dude. And it's all for him. No milk or eggs, though? I mean, this will generate bread. It should generate clean wheat. You gonna need all that? Yes. There's 4 chairs with Zeus in one. Oh, no. You're totally right. The factory is going to have to grow, 100%. Extracting liquid from the ingredient. I actually want to see what this factory looks like. That feels like marinara. That feels like a marinara thing. It does. It's probably not going to be, but it feels like it. You know? Reminds you of shapes in a good way. There's just a lot of room. Okay, let's see. Eat seed, produce chicken meat. Eat grass, produce cow milk. Pork. And beef, but it eats grass. We'll have to build like a farm thing for that. I don't think we need that for this, though. We just need the wheat for the bread. All right. Now we can select this. Base for plantations. Auto seeder. There's no information for it. So shoots out seeds to empty soil. Let's look at the recipe book. Tomato. Tomato plant starter. Select station. That's auto seeder. This is the tomato. So if we have a recipe book, how do we put out a recipe? Let's see. There's nothing that says how to put the recipe on it. That's kind of weird, right? There's been mentioned in a tutorial. I'm aware. It's kind of complex for an introductory level. I think it's more interesting to, like, see where it has drawbacks if you don't even do the tutorial. They say there's a bug if you tab out. There's a bug if I tab out? Is this broken because I tabbed out? There's a bug where the station settings widget is gone if you tab out to another window. So you can set the seed auto seeder now. Please restart and try the tutorial first. Oh, so that's what's causing it. Oh. So I have to restart the game. Okay, that's why I was like, where is it? Okay, we'll do the tutorial. Yeah, Fujikawa said him figuring it out without the tutorial made me really interested in it, so teach their own. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing. It would have worked correctly, but the tab out was causing the problem. There we go. Next, plant some seeds. Auto seeder. Yep. Okay, so I had the actual configuration correctly. But what was broken? The gear icon. Okay, so that was not showing up because I tabbed out and tabbed back in. Is that what the problem was? Now it makes complete sense. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, this seems really easy to understand, but also something is wrong. Interesting. Put it there. Grow the tomatoes. Glorious. Okay. Select purifier. Interesting they want me to place it all the way up here. Okay. Go for this. What? Sir. Belt anchor with another placement. Cool. So you can do angular ones. Belt merger placement. Cool. That's great. Automatic splitting is cool. I like that. Cool. Sir. Do that first. No? Why didn't that connect to this one? It's quite weird. There we go. Okay, so it's got to go directly on top of it. Got it. Belt network is fully connected. We're going to serve just tomatoes. Take your tomatoes, sir. Is there a reason that's not connecting that way? Okay, now it works. For reasons. You have to right-click the belt and delete and replace both the belts. Okay, so there's just like minor issues with that kind of a thing. Got it. Serve those tomatoes. Yes. I wish to feed God tomatoes. Eat them. Eat the tomatoes. Satisfaction mechanics explanation. Once the food has been consumed by the gods, their satisfaction will change, depends on the quality and correctness of the food. Once the bar is filled, upgrade point will be granted. Okay. Alright, God is happy. Getting the tomatoes. Oh, look, they're stinky. You can actually see the stink lines coming off of them before they get cleaned. Alright. Why is he doing this? Do I just get to listen to God eating? He's so into it, dude. Look how many tomatoes he has. He loves the tomato. He loves it. Listening to Zeus just sit there and like yum 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 is probably the funniest thing that I've heard so far. Okay, that's weird. Can we go splitter that way? And for whatever reason that is not functioning. Let's do splitter this way. And that is now not functioning. I don't know why that's not working. Go this way, and that way, and that way. There we go. This is all getting jammed here, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know how I broke it. I have no idea. I don't know if it crashed. Oh, it crashed, yeah. It did an Unreal Engine crash, unfortunately. Exception access violator. I will send that up to the devs so they can have it. Send and close, and then we'll restart the game. I think it was because I had so much food on the belt at the time that I deleted the belt. I think that's what it was. That seems the most likely. Yeah. Belts could be a bit scuffed. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a demo. That's the whole point. Find stuff that's broken, you know? Thank you for the report. Always. Always report that bug. I hit the send report up so you guys will have it. There's always going to be scuff. I am not worried about it. All right. He wants 50 pizzas. So I'm going to do 4 auto seeders. We'll do auto harvesters. We take this. We're going to set it to wheat and tomato. Take all of this and give it the old fertilizer. 10,000 fertilizers. There we go. That's going to plant all of that. So the auto harvester, we can now take this and go into auto purifier. Which I think the purifier is fine in terms of speed. So I'm just going to do that. Make it really fast. And then this we're going to bread make. And bread make. For the wheat. This over here, I want to do... maybe juice it? I'm going to mince it. Yeah? And then there's a combiner. Assemble 2 inputs. Oh, I should have done tomato. Oh, I screwed it up. I've made a huge mistake. Stop this at once. Become wheat. And you become tomato. Don't worry about it. We won't talk about it. It'll be fine. We'll turn this into a bread maker. And then we'll turn this one over here into a mincer. And then I'll go like this. What? What are you doing, sir? There we go. Okay. And now we can take this and do a station for assembler. I think this will work. We'll see. There we go. There we go. Looks a little wonk, but I think it'll be okay. I think this will survive. Oh, it's chopping up. What have I done? It's got to get rid of all the wheat. Can we bake the bread this way? I think I have to chop the bread first, don't I? Yeah, I gotta mince the wheat first. I think I have to mince it. We gotta chop the wheat and then bread it. Starchy ingredient into a dough based on selected recipes. Oh wait, we have to select the recipe. Hold up. Pizza dough. There we go. That's making sliced tomatoes. That's not what we want. I want to make it into... Let's juice it. What's that turning it into? Poop. That's not what we wanted at all. What is that? What deep horror have I created? Tomato juice. It's not good. Alright, this is making our pizza dough. Maybe you have to slice it first? This one combines two inputs. Let's actually see what it makes. Are you making a pizza? Is it weird? Are you making a weird pizza, sir? You're not making a weird pizza. The assembler did have a recipe? There's no gear icon above it. This thing had a gear icon that allowed me to change the recipe. But it looks like it's not there anymore. Maybe the gear icons have disappeared. The gear icons have disappeared again. Unfortunately. Yeah. So I didn't tab out. But I can't select the recipe on it. The gear icon is gone again. You have to restart. Doesn't that mean I lose all of my progress too? Maybe remove and put it back? No, the dev is saying I have to restart. Okay. Can you save? There was no save. There's no save option. That's a rough bug, dude. Sorry about that. It's okay. It's okay. It is a rough bug, though. Do you know what's causing it? Yeah, you'll get it figured out, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm mostly interested, like, kind of what's the core concept? Like, what direction are you trying to go with it? And it seems like that could be really interesting. It also seems like audio is randomized every time I start it. Sometimes it's a little bit louder, sometimes a little bit quieter. I'm going to see if I can build this as quickly as possible this time so I could just make a pizza. I don't know if I need... Do we juice it? Do I need to extract it or do I need to mince it? I think I have to extract it because of the basically the way that it looked like it was working. You can click the pizza to tell, can you? Wheat oil. So we need pizza dough and wheat oil and minced tomatoes. Okay. And then we have to stir fry the wheat oil and the minced tomato. Okay. So we get rid of that. And instead we do a splitter here. And we do this to there. Is the splitter actually going to function this way? I don't know if we can eat it that way. I may have to spread it out. After the washer? Oh yeah, I have to do it after the washer. You're totally right. Take the splitter. Split it like this. Immediately go there to there. And do here to here. And here to here. Right? And then we'll grab two inputs. We're going to make this go here. Put this one like that. And we got to do... One of these is going to be the wheat oil. One of them is going to be the pizza dough. So this one over here is going to be the wheat oil. Because we have to chop that and then wheat oil this one. So we'll extract this one. Get rid of that. That one will turn into wheat oil. And this one will turn into pizza dough. Yeah, we'll do that. And take that and do bread maker. There we go. That'll go into the bread maker. This will then set to... And the bug is back. Damn! I can't set the blueprint, dude. No! Well, unfortunately, it looks like I can't actually play it. Because we get stuck in this state where I can't set the blueprint on it. A lot of processing for this first stage? Yes. It's quite a lot. Sorry about this. It's okay. Here, I'm going to call you. We'll talk about your game. Let's do it, dude. It's early days stuff. Always happens. Don't feel negatively about it. This is what happens. It's okay. Might want to create this whole chain before starting production. Kinda, yeah. I don't know what's causing the bug. They thought it was because of alt tabbing. Oh, hello. You're here.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It happens. Like, welcome to game development. Early days stuff. How long have you been working on this actually?
Well, we've been working on this for almost a year now,
Really?
but
That's awesome.
this bug is kind of new. So yeah, we kind of lack the QA and like all the quality assurance stuff. So many bugs slip through the production, and
No,
yeah, damn, it's so painful.
it is. No, I understand, and I know that you're probably worried it's not giving the best showing for the game or anything like that, but I really wouldn't
Yeah.
worry about it because what I see here is I see kind of the bones of something that's really interesting. Because a lot of the times these types of factory games, they have more of an idea of, build up a base, maybe defend the base, something like that. More machinery, more mechanical than anything else. This is food. I don't think I've seen a food factory game more than anything else.
Yes,
I think that's very
exactly.
interesting about it. So tell me a
There's
little bit about how you arrived here. Like, why a food factory game?
Well, believe it or not, the beginning of this project is actually a roguelike RPG, just like Hades. But we pivoted to something similar to Dave the Diver, but in a jungle, basically. So back then, the prototype is that you go into a forest, you hunt some wild animals, and you bring it back to the base to your chef to cook it, and that's the gameplay. But we realized that the amount of artwork and content in order to perform in that genre is very like it's too much for our team. Like we just a four-man team
Yeah.
at the moment. So we pivoted again into this cozy food factory game, and here we are cooking for gods.
Was your game, did it used to be called Demon Hunt?
Yes, it's the code name of the project.
The name of the
It's
EXE is still Demon Hunt. That's why I was like, wait a
yes.
minute. At the beginning of the game, I was like, I'm pretty sure they changed the name of this game because like the EXE is still called Demon Hunt. It still shows up in Task Manager as Demon Hunt. I was like, that's
Yeah,
weird. Because we have to,
that's
when I'm
some
streaming
Easter
stuff, I have
egg.
to hook it. That's very funny. It's very funny. No, that's cool though. So you guys are building this in Unreal. Which version of Unreal Engine are you using right now?
We are on 5.4, I believe.
How has it been working with that?
So Unreal Engine doesn't treat us very well at the start because primitively the architecture is an actor based, which is you can put it basically it's just like every instance of entity in the game is an actor, and that actor has to tick in order to do something. And that is kind of not ideal for factory game like this because we have tens of thousands of entities in the game, and it can be very performance at that moment. So we have to employ like a ECS framework, just like Unity Dots, if you have heard of it. So yeah, that help us simulate all these entities, but sadly it's not working right now.
That's
So
totally
in the
fine.
trailer, if you look into the trailer, you can see like tons of moving parts in the factory. Yeah, all of that is using ECS as our simulation engine, basically.
That's actually fantastic because that was the thing is like I've never really known Unreal to do that super well. And if you're having something like this where there's just thousands of objects on screen and it's still performant, that's really cool, honestly. I think it's fantastic.
Unreal is basically just a rendering engine at this point, and we have to rework the simulation on our own.
That's actually really impressive. That's cool as hell. What is your like since we can't really get past this point because of the bug, what is your end game goal with this game? Like I can see that there's like other placements up here. Like, does this get really extremely difficult, or does it turn into like a multiplayer kind of a thing? Can you explain a little bit more about that?
So our goal is just to provide the player with just a streamlined, cozy experience of setting up a factory, washing the ingredients just moving through bells and eventually becoming like a tasty dish, basically. And that's the whole loop, just watching the god eat. And when you progress through the course, so right now Sus have 3 courses. The first one is pizza marinara. The second one is pizza margarita, which is basically the first one but topped with cheese.
Yeah.
And the last course is the dinner roast set, where you have to start working on livestock like beef, cow, something like that, and eventually turn it into a roast dinner. And when in the 1.0 build of this game, we will have 4 gods. So if you reach the final course, you will the other gods will join the table. So you have to adapt the factory to
Oh, I see.
to meet the new demand.
So usually factory games will have some kind of resource that goes into building stuff, and you guys have chosen no resources whatsoever in this. Is that something that's planned? Is it how you want it to be just right now? What is the goal with that?
So we want to make this game as cozy as possible. So no stress, no resource management. We took a heavy inspiration from this game called Shapes 2. It's basically a factory building game where you have to combine different shapes into like a more complex shape. For example, you are given a set of square and triangle. You can cut it, you can combine it, you can just do things with it and just chuck it in the black hole, basically.
That's
So
actually
this
really
is
awesome.
kind of the same. We instead of the black hole, we give it to the god.
Yeah, you just check all the resources, just go in there basically.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I see you have like a bunch of farming options. That's a giant chicken. Bunch of farming options in here.
You have to put the logic, throw your logic away.
It's super funny, actually. Yeah, I'm just trying to see all the stuff that we can see that's still working on this.
Yeah, too bad the game is kind of buggy right now, so
That's-
we are working on it.
The biggest thing is never to really worry about that, especially in these early days on this kind of stuff, right? Like you guys are making something that I think is pretty unique. I think it's really interesting, you know, having a factory game for specifically food. And I'll show you guys the trailer here so you can actually see what the intention of this is.
Oh yes, please.
So they can actually see what it's. As you can
So
see, it gets.
just see the gory factory.
Yeah, you can see how incredibly complicated it can become. More pizzas.
You know what's funny? When all of this is recorded real time in the shipping build, and I don't have any bugs building this massive factory, but when I email the streamer, the YouTuber, they like face so many issues, and we have to like basically track everything down.
That is how it always goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not rainbow and sunshine.
yeah, I mean the biggest thing is I wouldn't worry about it too much, right? Like I wouldn't worry that this is a permanent mar or anything like that because I know that's probably what you're afraid of, but it's not. You know, this looks really compelling, and you're dealing with some bugs right now. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I am interested in one thing. You did say that he changes, like the tastes change between those levels. Do I have to keep up the original thing that he wanted to eat and then just add the new stuff on? So he keeps wanting to eat pizzas, but now also plus something else? Or is it just the new thing?
Oh, no,
God.
it's the whole different menu.
Oh, completely different. Did
So
he just...
there will be different gods with a new cost.
What is... I see he got angry there. Did he destroy the factory? Yeah, I see he got enraged there and he destroyed the factory. Got super mad. What is the acronym FEAST, by the way?
Well, that's the... I don't actually remember what it stands for. It's very deep in the PDD of our team. I haven't looked into it for a while.
It's so deep that you can't... Even the devs don't know what it is. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
You can interpret however you want. Yeah,
I
so
find that to
that's
be
the
super
whole
interesting.
game.
Yeah, no, I mean that's cool. I'm building out something that is like this. I'm really interested in like there's a lot of ridiculous looking stuff like all the food going up like that. If you feed them the wrong foods, do they become enraged? Is that what we were saying there? Where you just like destroyed the
So,
factory?
well, since you skip the since you skip the tutorial, I will explain to you in the chat now. So, so the whole mechanics of how God is that he has like a specific palette where you have to satisfy. So, for example, in this case, Sus preferred super salty food, slightly sweet, and mildly spicy. So
Okay.
you can set all the flavors in the assembler station. So if you remember the key icons for the two input assembler, we have like a salt bottle icon. That's where you set the flavor.
So does he not necessarily want pizza? He just wants something that fits the flavor profile. So like something very salty. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so the criteria for a perfect score food is that the food has to be clean, it has to be cooked, and the flavor has to be right.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And is it
Yeah,
always? Does it still have to be the pizza, or does it can just be those other criterias?
it has to be the pizza.
Okay.
Yeah,
If only
because
someone had done the
that's what he
tutorial.
wants.
Hey, to my credit, it broke in the tutorial too. it's,
Yeah,
it's a
but you
little
did pretty
buggier in
well
it.
on your own, I would say, at
Uh,
figure things out.
it's yeah, no. Honestly, doing it without the tutorial, everything was very clear right away of what was how things work, how things go along. So it's not esoteric in any way. It completely makes sense to play the game. The only thing that felt wrong and out of place was when I couldn't apply like a pattern. But you said that's a bug. So
Yeah,
what is
let's
the
say you
upper
have
limit on
beef,
that? Because it looks
chicken.
like you've just let the player stack this into the sun. Is there a
Yeah,
limit?
you can stack it like until you can't even see the top.
That's fantastic. Honestly, the fact that it's
Yeah.
not crashing the game and it's not causing performance issues with that is really impressive. Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
and it surprised me as well as a dev.
Oh, this is really
This is my
interesting.
first factory game, and how many entities that we can simulate kind of surprised me as well. But it's nowhere near factory or something like that. But it's a lot.
Honestly, though, I would never even worry about that. Factorio has what, a decade, of development time in it. It's gonna be insane. Like Factorio is like the god of factory games, right? But you
Yeah,
guys are
it's
making something
borderline
new.
dark magic.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys have got you're making something new. It's got bugs. It's early, but you're doing it in a direction that I think is really interesting. Building a food factory game is not, like I said, it's not something I've seen before. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Snacktorio. Oh my god.
hopefully there's enough market for that.
Well, Chad has called it Snacktorio, so you've got a new name now. it's, it's
Thank
very
you,
funny.
thank you.
It is scuffed as all early builds should be. Exactly. We've got a lot of people in the community that are actually devs, so more of the community than you could understand understands this phase of the time. Like which is when it's most broken and most likely to be broken. You wish listed it for sure. Good, good. Yeah, no, I'm interested to see what you guys end up making out of this, man. How many different
Yeah.
recipes do you have? Because you have a wide range of ingredients that I could see, but I could only really look at the pizza. So is there a lot of different stuff?
Yes. So there's currently 5 recipe. So the first two is both pizzas, and the last three are 3 roast dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So in our one in we plan to have at least 3 recipe for each god. So we'll have 3 new gods in 1.0 launch. So there
Mm-hmm.
will be 9 more recipe at least.
Cool. No, that's awesome. Actually, this is always going to be like the pie in the sky one. It's going to be different for everything, right? Or for everybody. If you had a limited time and resources, what would you build this game into? What would be your grand vision? If you didn't have to worry about the time, if you didn't have to worry about the resources, what would you make with this? Where would it go?
Oh boy,
Yeah.
there's so many idea in the backlog. So if I have infinite resource and like an army of art team, I would just add resource gathering So I will have the player just do everything from the ground up. Like, for example, the cheesemaker. You have to craft the station itself before even start cooking. And the way
So you want to get
you
like
get the
super
milk,
intricate, like super intricate for it.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, it will be the most complex food factory game ever.
I
but
mean, that's awesome. Yeah.
but here we are. we just four-man teams. So this
That's
is
fire.
the
Yeah.
most we can do for now. Yeah,
That's honestly fair though, is like it's one of those things that knowing what the developer's intention is and the thing that you would be most interested in being able to do kind of sets the tone for what you can do in the smaller way that you can do it,
exactly.
you know.
Yeah,
Oh, can you use the
constraint
harvester
is
to
everything.
does the harvester also harvest the cows? Are those robot chickens?
Yes, yeah,
It's
it
terrifying.
can suck pretty much everything up.
It eats the cows, Chet.
Yes,
Drones. What is this green thing in the middle here? What is that?
it's a cloner.
Oh, so you can keep cloning the chickens. Okay. That
Yes,
makes sense. Yeah, no, this is really interesting. I'm really interested to see kind of where you guys take this. Like that's kind of cool. It almost it's funny because it almost at first felt like a party game to me because you had the four tables reserved. And I know that's not the intention of the game. I know that's not the direction of it, but the four tables to me felt like it was a party game, like I'd be building a factory faster than my friends. Right?
that's a
That,
nice observation. Well, if you don't mind, I will tell you some history about
yeah, go for it.
the prototype.
Yeah, tell me
So
everything.
at first, there's no actual physical body of God.
Mm-hmm.
The God is just a shrine where you have to farm and cook in the middle, and you have to drive a van full of food and just deliver it to the shrine at each point on the map. I decided that because I want to, in the future, add multiplayer so you and your friends can take responsibility in different parts of the factory and just one one person can be the main driver to deliver the food to each shrine and another person can be like an architect of the team to just continue building the factory.
Mm.
But as we know, multiplayer kind of sucks for dev.
Yes, it
it
does.
too
Yeah.
it takes way too much time and effort to set everything up. So yeah, we pivoted again to be super cozy factory building in a single player setting.
No, that makes sense. I think one of the things that I've learned is, that, again, multiplayer is very, very difficult, but local co ops become dramatically more accessible because of Steam with their Steam settings. I don't know, are you guys on different platforms as well, or are you only on Steam currently?
Currently only on Steam, yes.
Cool.
But for local multiplayer part, I'm not sure if it's the best suited for this genre because the simulation is already heavy on its own. Like we barely have enough frame budgets
Oh,
for for a single player game,
yeah.
and with multiplayer, even a local one, you have to like replicate some stuff. So that adds
Mm-hmm.
to the frame budgets. So it will run like shit. Excuse my language.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine. I am very interested in seeing what you guys actually build out of this. Oh, already got people who want to play it. Heck yeah, dude. And it looks like it says like it's like Satisfactory and Timber Reborn, which are ones that I've already played. Like I do really, really like factory games. I'm super down. This seems like it's really cool though. So you want to add a bunch more recipes, you want to add like more gods to this. Is there a limit
Yes.
to that? Like, do you want to keep adding recipes and keep adding different ingredients? Like, is there a goal that you have in mind that you want to hit at a minimum?
Well, if right now the my Discord channel for this game is kind of stranded. So in the future, if we have enough community member, we would like to set like some kind of like a voting, like which kind of gods do you want, what kind of food do you want the gods to eat,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So it's I ideally I want it to be community driven as much as possible because yeah, that's you guys are our customer, so we want to be open, we want to listen to your feedback, like how you want the game to become, all that stuff.
Are you guys locked into only having like one cultures of gods, like say only Greek gods in this case, or do you want to like expand out into like other types of mythology and other types of gods from throughout the ages?
Yes, we aim all around the world basically. So if you look at the capsule art one more time, you can see up in the sky to the left and to the right, we have kind of like a little teaser for the next two gods.
Oh, there's a Cthulhu up there. I see that, and a Thor.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
no, that's really cool. That's
So
actually really
the
cool. Like,
next two gods will be Thor and Cthulhu.
nice. That's actually really awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone in chat was saying Dionysus. You could have like you make wine for Dionysus. You know? Yeah, Cthulhu, dude.
Well,
I dig that.
that's a secret for now for what Thor will eat or will consume.
Yeah, no, I super dig that. I love that idea of adding a new god and doing that kind of thing. Because the thing is you've got this baseline that's interesting, right? And
Yes.
you have the whole world of mythology, you have the whole world of religions throughout the ages to pull from to be like, this guy eats this thing, so we added that god and these recipes and these ingredients, and it becomes more complicated.
Yes.
I think that's quite cool. I really, really like that. Do the gods always want the same foods every time? Or like if I start a game and I see Zeus there, could he have a different requirement? It's not always going to be pizza.
For now, it's gonna be the same every time because we want the foods to fit the god's character.
Fair. That makes sense.
Yeah. So for basically, in if you if you guys like have seen Thor from God of War Ragnarok, he's kind of like abusive dad behavior, like drinking all the time. So we want him to
You want
like
Fat Thor.
be the same as well. So we'll feed him wines, alcohol, and something like that. Yeah. So it more fits his character where we want him to be, basically.
You want him to be the big fat Thor, the drunk fat Thor. Yeah, give him mead. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's kind of interesting.
Yes.
Cthulhu. You just feed him the people. He doesn't want pizza. Yeah. Let's put them on the conveyor belt, right? The servers are gone, dude.
Well,
That's really
I'm
interesting.
not sure about that. The rating of the game has to be changed.
Yeah, we'll have to change the rating. Exactly. Soylent Green. There you go. Yeah. As a Dane, the right Thor is the dad bod Thor. Always has been. Fat Thor is the best Thor. Fair. I'm gonna get on it. I'm just gonna start eating. It's that season already, dude. Satisfactory for gods. Yeah, no, I actually really dig that. I mean, there's so many different areas you could take that to. Like the ancient Egyptian mythology, you have a ton of gods there, not just like the big ones that everyone talks about, like Ra and Set. You've got stuff like Neith, right? The goddess of weaving, like very tiny, interesting gods there. And you've got all of the Greek pantheon. That's a huge amount of gods. You've got even just
Exactly.
if you're going to Cthulhu, you've got a ton of others. You could do the Mothman, right? Like there's so many different things you could do there. And I think that's quite interesting. I dig that.
Yeah.
I like that theming. It's quite fun.
But we will run out of seed at this point because there are only 4 seeds.
But I dig this. I think what you guys are doing is pretty cool. I'm interested in seeing more factory games out there, and a factory food game seems very, very cool to me.
Yeah, I believe we lack varieties in this genre because like everyone's trying to be another Factorial. Like we kind of stuck at mining and just building factories. Like no, we have to eat food. So
Yeah.
yeah, here comes Food Factory.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I think that's the big thing too, is whenever you play Factorio, it's mine everything up, get all the resources, and then grow the factory. But this is feed a god who's mad. Feed the largest baby imaginable is basically how it works. That's cool though, man. Well, is there anything else you want to talk to the community about? You want to tell them anything else about the game or anything you want to do or your timelines or anything?
Well, about the timeline, we plan to polish the demo as much as possible and of course add another god. So next year we will participate in the first Steam Next Fest. So we will add of course Zeus, and the next god is going to be Thor. So there will be 2 gods in the new demo, and hopefully a bug-free build. So you guys can finally experience how Feast Factory should be, and like the whole vision of how how the how the factory should be set up. Like it should be a huge factory, and I want you guys to be able to like come up with new factory designs and let just do crazy things. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, just have fun with it. That's cool.
Yeah.
You get to feed Thor? Yeah, eventually. Eventually you will. For now, it's just Zeus.
Since you shared the same name, do you have a preferred dish you want to like do a little collab?
Dude, I'm super down. Trying to think. It's funny because it's going to be ridiculous. It wouldn't match. It wouldn't match at all because I love pho. I love pho tai nam. And like, he'd be building like Vietnamese food for Thor.
That's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's really rough. Okay, let me think of something else. Oh my god, like brisket pho. Oh my god. No, feed him bread. Oh yeah, you can feed him bread. That's 100% true. I love bread. So one of the ridiculous things is when I first started my game studio, if we would have failed, if it didn't work, I had saved up all my life savings, and I was like, I'm gonna open a bakery as the last resort because I love baking bread. Like I do it all the time, and I have a ton of recipes that I made and all this kind of stuff. And I was gonna open a bakery so you could have him eat fancy breads. You could just do a bunch of weird bread, like garlic bread. Yeah, all kinds of breads. Avocados, you lizard man. I eat avocados all the time. You've seen it. You've totally seen it. Not a lizard.
We can do something like a bread with Pirate Software logo on top of it, something like that.
Pirate bread. Pirate bread.
Yeah.
Delicious. Grilled cheese. Oh, grilled cheese is so good. I need to show Winky the best. Yeah, grilled cheese I'd be down. I love grilled cheese. In fact, I'm going to make that today.
It fits the theme too because it's a hangover food, right?
Yeah, that's true. That does fit the theme. Yeah, no, grilled cheese is good.
All right.
I want to make some of that today. I've got sharp cheddar, and I can make a sourdough today.
All right, blue cheese coming right up.
It's fine. Honestly, that's cool, man. Like I can't wait to see what you guys make out of this, and I hope that you keep developing on it and you keep making really cool stuff because we need more factory games, and we need a food factory game because I have not seen that. So I think I've cloned 1 million of these now. How many chickens can I produce?
Like a limit in a. If you click the stations, you can see a little squares. But if you hand place it, you can place as much as you want.
I'm sure this is good for performance.
This is the exact thing that I try to prevent player from doing.
Oh.
Yeah. Because 1,000 chickens on the screen at the same time doesn't sound like a good performance.
It's a great idea. It's perfect for a game, I think. I think this is exactly what the player should always be doing. Yeah.
Oh boy.
There we go. Yeah, just stress testing. It's fine.
It runs surprisingly well.
No, it is actually running incredibly well. Nothing is. It's funny because it crashed earlier when I deleted a conveyor belt because I think I had too many items on the belt, but now I have like 1 billion chickens and it's fine.
Dude, the belt is such a pain in the ass. Like, there's so many edge cases. Like, you have to merge, you have to delete it correctly. Like, oh my god. And the optimization for it, totally nightmare.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. That's one of the things is like I've never worked on a factory game, and that sounds terrifying. It's just even the idea of doing that. It's just there's so many edge cases. So what about the full game? When you've released the full game, do you have a price point that you've targeted there? And if you don't want to discuss it, that's totally fair.
Well, we will keep it consumer friendly, like under $10.
That's really cheap. No, that's really good. Okay.
Well, the reason is that this is our studio first game. We want to have a good relationship with the consumers. So we want players to like experience our work, like this artwork and the factory itself. We want it to be as accessible as possible.
Yeah, no, that's so really.
In the future, if we really make another game, so you guys will be more likely to support us again.
That's a good outlook, honestly. That really is. There's a lot of studios that don't understand that kind of thing. So, awesome job. Yeah,
Yeah,
Really awesome
it's
game.
kind of new meta right now because making a smaller game is more likely to perform better than a big one with a super expensive price tag. So
No, that makes sense.
that's where I want the studio to be, like shipping high quality small games and just focus on the player experience
Yeah, that makes
and keep
sense.
it
I
bug
dig
free,
that.
of course.
Do you guys stream your game development? Chat wanted to know about that actually.
No, because we want to be a game dev rather than a YouTuber or streamer. So it's kind of different battle. And English is not my first language, so
Totally fair.
it's I kind of cringe myself when I do this kind of video.
Really? No, I wouldn't worry about that at all. Yeah, see, you can see in there. You're doing fine. Your English is fine. Yeah, nothing wrong. Like, not whatsoever. What is actually your primary language?
I'm Thai.
Oh, you're from. Okay, so your primary language is Thai. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know one language, and I'm an American. All we know is English, but not very well. You know, English is your first
Thank
and
you.
worst language. Yes, yes, it is. My only language, kind of.
Chat says that Thai food plus plus. Well,
Yeah.
initially I want to add Thai food to like represent my own country, something like that, you know. But Thai food is fundamentally so complex. Like there's so many processed, so many ingredients. It kind of impossible to put it into a factory, like because you have to break the requirement down into different processes.
Mm-hmm.
And with Thai food, there's like millions of things you have to do to get a simple dish.
I'm trying to remember the
So
last time I
yeah,
had Thai food, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different flavors in Thai food too. So that makes sense if it's that complicated. Because I think the last time I had
yeah.
Thai food, it had sour, it had sweet, and it had spicy all in the same dish. Yeah, no, that could get insanely complicated. Can you build cursed food? No, it seems like there's a set of recipes. You said there was what, 5 recipes right now, and you want to increase that?
Yeah. Currently we have 5. But about the
Oh,
cursed food, we actually have an idea for that. So the idea was we want to trick the gods into eating the worst dish they could possibly eaten. If we use the reference from God of War 2018, we have someone like Balder eat like a mistletoe pizza and he will die.
oh, okay.
And you unlock a secret endings, all that stuff, where you actually defeat the god and like the world's just gone to shit, just
That's
like
really
God of War
interesting.
3.
So, can you tell me a little bit about the like kind of environmental storytelling here? We're inside of a giant
Yeah,
facility, and these guys are wearing like hazmat suits.
yeah.
What's that
So
about?
F.E.A.S.T is the secret organization. So their task is basically to keep God's hunger in check. So that's why we are in the facility. So we don't want outside world to know that we actually keep feeding gods to save our lives.
So you're
And this guy
actually
in hazmat suit is just for we reference this from factory workers where they have to dress appropriately to prevent cross contamination or something like that. So
that's
we
funny.
want the food to be as pristine as possible because it's for God, of course. It has to be top tier.
So basically, you've created the SCP Foundation for hungry gods.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Is there anything else you
Yeah.
want to tell chat before we head off?
Well, if there's a fellow dev out there, just keep kicking ass. That's all I have to say.
100%. Completely agree with that. And I hope you guys fix all of your bugs and make something really cool. I'm excited to see what it feels like once you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Hope you have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you for having us, Thor. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank
Have a
you,
good one.
chat, also. Have a good one. Thank you.